Good evening and welcome back to Timberborn, where we haven't managed to finish the pathing yet, mainly because I've run out of space to store wood. So we've come down here and we've kind of hit the edge of they're full, so no more wood is being dropped, which is a little awkward, but we'll get to it in a moment. Thank you everyone who's commented on how we should try and fix this here. There's a couple of good suggestions that I don't want to try. I think what I'm going to do to fix the map, so not this actual playthrough, but what I'm going to do to fix the actual map is I'm just going to remove them. I think I'm going to remove those water sources there and have this, rather than just be a straight shaft down zoom, it's going to be more of a bowl with a bad water source in the bottom of it. And the reason behind that is that then the bad water is coming out of the volcano, and there's always going to be a flow of bad water coming down to the river that the player has to deal with. So yeah, I kind of like that idea. That's going to work better. Also, it's quite a distance away from here, and a lot of, it's not a lot of effort to get up here because it's just wooden things, but it is a distance to get up here to get to the bad water if you want to do anything with it. So, and you have to be coming up the mountain, up the volcano edge against the bad water, so you'd have to be dealing with making sure beavers don't get contaminated. So I kind of think that we're just going to change this to be just bad water on the map edge. I'm also going to change this down here. I'm going to fill in this here naturally, so the river is a river all the way through. So this area here, like what we're planning to do here with levees in a moment, that I think I'm going to change to actually be in the map. Then there'll be a big flat piece of land here for anyone who wants to build stuff over here as well. But it makes the river a little bit more around there. And the main reason I want to do that is because of the Folktails. The Folktails only have 2 deep water pumps. If I don't do something to make the river fill, then you can never get water with them because this is 3 deep. So yeah, we'll see on that then. However, for this playthrough, I want to try something that's a bit different. Had some wonderful suggestions. Thank you very much. Mr. Morkey just saying make the hole bigger so we get around it. That makes sense. Just make the hole bigger so I don't know whether you're referencing to playing this game or if it's referencing to fixing the map, but yeah, making the hole bigger so that you can get in there easier would make sense. That would work. I'm Hatman. Said about we could take these and just move them like either over by one or we could adjust the way the water, so instead of being here and here, we put the water tiles like here and here and here and here, and we do that sort of thing. So we could do that. We could move them over by one, each one, and then that lets us get in here to do things. Honestly, I think the best way of doing that would just be to remove these 4 and just increase the strength of these ones to compensate for it. And then it would be the same thing. It just means we can get in here, because right now we can't. There's no way for us to get the bad water out of this place here. Primal saying that it's a terrible, bad map design. I know it's such a terrible map design. I think I will send a strongly worded email to the creator of the map and demand that they fix it. Yeah, I can't wait to receive that email. Hofmeister was saying about build the bad water rig from above so the beavers don't get contaminated. Yes, that's doable, but the bad water rig requires 10 beavers. You see, just up right there, it says it needs 10 beavers to work inside it to pump the water out, which means we need to get beavers down to it to do that. Now, if I put that in there, you see the door is facing upwards there, right next to a water source, which means we can't block that off, which means the building will always be flooded and cannot be used. So yeah, it's not actually possible to do. It's not actually possible. There's no way I can get a bad water rig in here without changing something in here with these. So should we just remove those and just have this as a bad water source and go with that one there? There was another wonderful session. Also, Hofmeister mentioned about I removed the automation mod last time around that we was having to do things here and just went back to simple triggers mod. By the way, this is working beautifully. This one here, this floodgate here, opens these ones here. Whenever the contamination in the river gets above 1%. And there is something I want to point out here as well. This is a slider And this slider is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up to 100%. It is actually, you can get like 0.5% in here. You can change things, because I did that. I had 2 of them working and 1 of them not working, and I couldn't figure out why. And it's because this little slider right here was just slightly lower than the rest. So I couldn't for ages figure out why one was just staying open and not closing at the threshold. And it's because of that. So this is a float, not an int. So bear that in mind. If you're ever using simple mod, and you're trying to set it up right, just because it says 1% doesn't mean it is 1%. You might be slightly under it. So, like, for instance, I think I can move this. Move this to like there, for instance. But now that's 1%, and that's 1%. See the numbers both similar, but can you see that moving there? If I click between 2, that one, click. Oh, auto save. Boom. See it moving? That 1%, you see, this is opening and closing, is not the same as this 1%. So, yeah. So you have to be very careful where you put in that. I think it's like it's probably snapping to like 1.5 or something. So, but it's rounding down, or possibly it's snapping to 0.5 and rounding up. I'm not sure, but either way. So this opens whenever the contamination in the water gets above 1% to let the water flow through and get rid of it. Also works very well with the every now and then it will open and go because the volcano will increase the pollution in the river. And then this one over here has got 2 triggers on it. This one over here has got a contamination. Contamination is 1%. It closes the gate so no contamination can get in here. And if it's down to 0, it opens again. But also, if the outside is below 2 meters, it will close. So if the water here starts dropping because these have opened, this will close to stop any of this draining out. And then when it's above 2 meters, it will open again to let water in, but only if the contamination is not good. So they work in conjunction. I like that a lot. That's very good. So yeah, you will notice as well all the trees on the edge have died here. That's because obviously we've got bad water here and it kills the trees. That's what it does. So yeah. Yes, so getting back to the final comment, which was actually the first comment on this one here. Alcazar, which I always Alcazabun Alcazabnok. I think I pronounce your name wrong every time, and I feel like we've had this conversation before, so apologies for that. But anyway, Alk, thank you very much. Your idea of we could come in here and like, well, I think the idea is that we blow a channel out with explosives, like just down to here somewhere, or that way. Where's the way? That way. So we blow a channel this way, to just have a channel of bad water, and then we could just pump the bad water out the channel. You did say it would be a 1:9 ratio because we're getting into these in here. However, I think we can do a 1:1 ratio because we could seal off. Most of these and just have the one and then run a channel that way. So we build levees. Build levees there, and there. And then we build levees here and we just have a 1 wide channel that goes that way. Down. And that 1 wide channel has bad water and good water sources in it as well. Going all the way down here. And then we'd like have a reservoir, which we could just dump it all in and maybe get rid of the good water out of it. I don't know, but it would be a 1:1. It would have a lot more bad water in it, so we'd have a source there. So I'm kind of tempted to go with that route, try and build up inside here and then have a channel go down to try and fix this here. Or do you think I should just go with the map changes of we'll just remove these good water sources and just have the volcano as a bad water source? Which I that's the way I think I'm going to go with the actual map edit. Because then this is going to be happening all the time. We're going to get bad water coming down all the time into the river. It's only going to be very light because it's a very weak source, it's only 1 strength. But it's constantly happening. So it is something you have to think about, later on and be like, oh, maybe that. And all the trees on top of the mountain would have died as well because obviously there's no good water here. So but that's okay. That's okay. It's just that's how it works. So yeah. So which way do you think we should go with that? Should I build a channel, which involves a lot of cleaning out trees and getting up here to do that, or should I just remove them all, let the bad water come along, and then we still need to get up here to do something anyway, but we haven't got to contend with the good and bad water at the same time. So let me know which way you'll go, and I shall go with what the consensus is. As I said, for the map changes, I think I will just remove the water sources and have this as a bad source, and also not have these little indents here. This was me mucking about with the map editor, and I realized I cannot, when you generate a map that's 22 tall, you cannot do any terrain editing at level 22. It does that, it puts little holes in, so I'll get rid of those holes. They're not intentional, but that's okay. Okay, so what do I want to do today? I think what I want to do is get some more storage for wood. So let's destroy this. Oof, goodbye. Let's destroy this one as well. Goodbye. And let's put in the large one. It's 1,000. We've got 4,000 signs. Okay. Yes, there we go. And this is going to be 4 logs. Done. There you go. Okay. And I think this one's going to be obtain. Yeah, so all the rest are normal. So this is going to be obtained. So we're going to fill this up here. So we've got the gears and planks to build this. It's not a problem at all. Something else I want to do as well is I was thinking about putting in some more science to get more science in. But we're at the ratio of 4. If we were to instead build the observatory, that takes 4 beavers and produces vastly more science than 4 of these do. These are 1 an hour, so that's 4 an hour. This is doing 10 an hour if you round up nicely. Does require power, but that's okay. That's okay. We have power. That's not a terrible thing to do. So I think we're going to do that as well. Let's get rid of these guys. Be gone. And we want to put in an observatory, but we need to power it. And so far, this is the only power source we currently have. We could put it in here. How big is the observatory? It's 3 by 3. We could put it in there. Let's do that. Let's get rid of this tea grindstone here. Let's get rid of that road there. Let's put the observatory in here. I'll have it facing, it doesn't matter which way it faces. Put it in there, doesn't matter which way it faces, so we'll do that. I can build the observatory. It does require pine resin. Nope. That's okay, because we can unlock the pine resin. I did already look at this, and it just reminded me, I need pine resin. Nope. But we can do that. We can put in this here, because the trees over here are doing very well. Let's look at the range of this guy. Range, thank you. Let's get him down here somewhere. It'd be even better to get him more trees. Oh, do you know what? Let's just put him in there for the minute. And that can get pine resin going, so that we can then use the pine resin to make that, which is fine. But we want to make this first. So, yeah. And we've got plenty of logs. So they just got to come in from a long way, because they can't use these because I messed up. I forgot about that. Okay, can we increase the grabbing on all of this stuff here, and then lower that there? And can I go and get a whole pile? Make this high priority logs. Then they pick up all these logs, put them there. I shouldn't have. I didn't want to destroy that one. I want to destroy this one, and I destroyed that one first. So, yeah. Oops. Okay. They'll build this. Hopefully, right, go faster. They'll build this, and then the builders, because all this is a high priority, they will pick all this stuff up and they will put it in the storage. That gets built, and now all the builders should go and pick up. Oh, look at that! They built that anyway. Haha. Okay. Oh well, doesn't matter. Okay, let's get rid of that then. Goodbye. Don't need that. Oops. I didn't realise. I thought that had loads of logs left on it, but I guess they all went and got them at night. Okay. So yeah. This is fine. This is working well. This is actually, the flywheels are unbelievably good with windmills. They actually make windmills worthwhile, because it's early game. You don't have to worry about getting the metal and things for getting batteries and stuff. So yeah, so it's very early game, easy power usage. Yes, they have a loss. They lose power over time. Also with the power mod, which I know we paused these for a minute, but with the power mod, that means that this building doesn't run when there's no beaver in it. You're saving so much power. It's so good. It really is so good. So no storage space is available. I think you're lying. Okay, so that should start clearing out. Here comes a good tide again. Awesome. That should start clearing out all of this around here. We are going to get to the point where bad tides are viable enough for us to pump out things. I should have done that, actually. Now I think about it, I should have put a bad water pump in and just started pumping the bad tide right now here. So we could get some explosives going. What an idiot. What an idiot. Let's, oh, because metal. Oh, no, we got metal, so yeah. Let's put in a bad water pump here with a storage. It's not going to be a great one. It's not going to run until we get the next bad tide anyway, so yeah. But I might let's just do a very simple unpause when bad tide starts and pause when all the rest are running. Actually, you probably don't want to pause when a temp. Oh, I know what you can do. I know what you can do. You can actually be attached to this stream gauge here. Okay. And we want to go contamination. We want to pause when contamination is below 1%. We want to unpause when contamination is above 1%. No. Oh, oh. When contamination is lower than 1%, pause, and when it's greater than 1%, unpause. There we go. So the contamination is dropping here, as you can see. So this is going to go. Oh, it's not going to actually. It's going to hit the thing. Oh, can I? Before we build that, can we delete that? Yes. Oh. Ooh! I made the game unhappy. I made the game unhappy. Okay, so yes, made the game very unhappy there by deleting this guy, and it broke everything. I don't know if that's because it was synced to a. I don't know. But anyway. Remove it. Hey, that works that time. Whee. Right, so what I want to do is I want to flip this building like this, just so we can reach down further. That's all. It only reaches down by 2 anyway, so actually it will be exactly the same being sat there anyway. It wouldn't make any difference. But yeah, we're gonna flip it now anyway. There you go. I didn't need to do that. Okay, that's fine. So there we go. Put on. And then we're going to I think because I attached it to a stream gauge before it was built. And then removed it, that might be a problem. I'll wait for it to be built before we do anything with that, so yeah. Okay, so speaking of which, how are we doing up here with our cleaning process? We are doing well. That there, and then let's have a look, see here. So let's build a road. Yeah, as well, is that right? Yep. I didn't have one here. We've got a crossing here. Then the idea is that crossing is going to come down and connect to all these guys. So there will be some straight things here, but that's kind of how bridges work. So there won't be any crossings here. That'll be fine. We won't need many crossings there anyway. Something else I was thinking about doing over here as well. We're going to levy this off over here. We could seal this off and have when a bad tide happens, the bad tide just goes off the map and be gone, which is extremely tempting to do. Actually, I think we might well do that. Like just before here, we'll have a bridge, and then we'll have some floodgates here, and then we'll seal this area off here and floodgate, and then basically these floodgates, as soon as the bad tide starts, these floodgates, blonk, and these ones open, and then get rid of all the bad water, and then turn itself off. So yeah, I think we should be able to do that. Yeah. Then we'll have floodgates here instead, which close during the. So, yeah, I think we'll do that. And that will just get rid of the bad tide for us. Just be gone, bad tide. Oof, there you go. Okay, so things go there. So you are building. You need some pine resin. This is being built and is getting pine resin now. Yep, you're going to go out and get pine resin slowly. That's awesome. There you go. The observatory has been built, which is fantastic. How's our power doing now? Power's still fine. So these 4 windmills are still doing absolutely fine. I'd like to replace them with bigger windmills, just because we can. We need paper for that. So, but now we're getting 10 signs in every 0.75 hours instead of 4 every hour or 3 every hour that we was doing. So, absolutely fantastic. This is running here. Okay, so I need to attach this to a stream gauge now. I'm not sure if you're running still now. Contamination is 1%. Let's have a look. Come back during the day. You are somehow pumping. I'm not sure how, but you are somehow pumping. That's very interesting. I'm not sure. You can just extract the, I suppose it's because this is still getting a flow in. It's just so slow, it's unbelievable. Look at the speed of that. That is terrible. I'm going to set that to the stream gauge, and I'm actually going to have this set to 1% and set to 1%. So yeah, if it's 1%, don't bother. Yeah, you could come in there, you could pump, and it would be fine, but it's not worth it. It's not worth that. We'll just wait for the next bad tide to come along, and then that will kick in, and we'll do that as well. Every now and then it might unpause for a brief amount of time because there might be a little bit more contamination in here because of this flow from the volcano, but yeah, I think in general, nah, we'll leave it. Right, okay, I'm going to get rid of that, and what I am going to do is I'm going to put in a tiny small storage up here, which is going to be for logs. And then we're going to come over here, and we're going to put in a not so tiny small storage over here. Might do it over here. It's a little bit away from the beaten path, but I might do it over here. Right now, actually, I think our haulers are doing it, but if not, the actual worker in here is having to, and the worker here is having to go all the way back to here to dump the stuff off. If we put one in here, do that. I don't think you're having to, because I think we've got enough haulers to cover it anyway. But if not, then you can dump your stuff in there, which won't be a problem. So that'd be awesome. And then we can bridge over here. We haven't got any bridges unlocked yet, and we wouldn't be able to anyway, because we'd have to get down into here to do stuff. We can get down into the water, that's not a problem. Not a problem at all. We do have this here, which is kind of awkward. We want to get down into there. Let's unlock a ladder, shall we? I want to remove those two trees there, and can we remove those two trees there as well, just so I can get out there. I should have probably done the same here. Let's remove those two there. Let's remove that one there. Use those trees here as well, just around the edge of the input. Really, no woodcutters over here to do that, but fine. Just because I need to get past them to either get down to the other side to build the bridges the way I want to build the bridges, or we need to do something, with that, so that we can do it. Okay, let's unlock ladders, because ladders are awesome, and we want to love them. They are fantastic. I'm going to put a ladder there. Yes, unlock the ladder. Boom, there you go. The ladder comes down there, which means I can now actually say as well, would you chop down that tree? And you will be able to come down and chop down that tree, which will let us build across, which will be awesome. And we can then put ladders in as well, here and here, to get down to that lower area. Okay, and then we can get across to the other side, and we can build our bridge, which we want to do. In fact, I need to, now I think about it, come back one more in all of those choppy down things, because in order to get past a the bridge will take up this square as well, so we need to go around the outside there. So like that, and then we'll same there, same there. You're all dead here anyway, that's fine. Okay, cool. Right, so I think we're going to bridge over maybe this one first, which makes sense because we could bridge to this side and then we can come back on ourselves and start building the levee system in. We need to clear out this area here, so I need to get ones over there. I would like to do this bridge as well because it's just quicker to get back to the town from here. So yeah, but we'll have to figure that one out. So we'll do that. Let's get some more of these staircases in directly opposite. Oop, oop, oop. Okay, I don't feel like you can actually get in there. So if I put a lumberjack flag in there, then I think you'll be able to reach over to this side, because we're definitely going to have to clear out that as well. In fact, we're going to clear out all this level down here. But yeah, I've got to be careful as well, because I've got to kind of pause and turn off things if a bad tide comes along again. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Right, okay. And this is all enough. We're not really doing anything. I need to get explosives going so that I can do some things in here with stuff, but getting explosives is going to be the hard part. That's the biggest issue we have here. 216 days in. But we should be okay. Yeah, I think we should be okay. Yeah. Hey, there you go, they're building them now. Cool. Right, okay. And you're going to have, I don't know what you're going to do. You're going to have a range of... Yeah, just go chop down trees. You'll be fine. You can go chop down these trees over here. No, awesome. Okay. Right. Do we... These don't need gears, do they? No. No? Why would they need gears? No, they need planks. Why would they need gears? It's not a moving ladder. It's not a lift. I don't know why I thought they'd need gears for a moment there. I was like, did they need gears? Oh god, we haven't used, because my gears were going down. I'm like, no. Okay, so what else do we want to unlock? What else can we do? I need to get that all working up there. We need to look at some of these here. So we can make 3 wide ones without using any metal. We do have access to metal, obviously, so it's not a major problem. The question is, how wide is this going to be? We're going to want to go... 3 wide is not going to be enough, is it? The idea is that I'm going to basically do levees kind of... I think we're going to be 3 away from this edge here is what we're going to do. This is going to be a smoother edge. So we're going to go levees all along here. And then it's going to come out. And it's going to stick to being 3 away from the edge all the way along here. I might narrow it down here for when we do our levee thing there. Because that's going to be us. And then levee that off there. To be honest with you, I could just levee this here in this section. I know we want to levee it because we want the water to do better. So, if we're going to be 3 away from the edge, we could bring it closer to the edge. I could just run this straight down here and then make it curve. It could be a dead flat line, which I don't mind, to be honest with you. Problem is as well that I would very much like to... We want to do this with dirt, which means whatever we build, we're going to have to destroy later to rebuild, because I want to fill this with dirt in here. At least fill like this area at the very least with dirt. This could be levees because it's going to be a flood area. It's going to be a floodplain, so... yeah, if we come up here... Right, okay, so let's... Right, here it is, this one here. So this is going to be... Let's say it's going to be here. So it's going to be here. We're going to put a levee in there, and then there's going to be one there. And then it's just going to be a straight line all the way down, basically to the edge of the map, sort of. Then we're going to come in here, or we'll figure this one out here. But it's going to be a straight line for the moment. We'll plan it later. So, how many tiles is that between these two here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's going to be a 5 wide bridge, isn't it? With a thing in the centre, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, No, not yet. So that goes to that block. Oh, look. Is that right? Yeah, that goes to that one. And then you go to that one. Yeah, so we're going to have a scaffold in the center, which is fine. Which is absolutely fine. So we'll put the scaffold in there like that. There we go. I'll put the first bridge in there, and the second bridge will come from that side, and then it will look nice over the top of the river. Like that. Cool. So that's center of the river, which is a bit weird. If I was to bring this in even further, and like just say we're going to actually make this a river here, we'd shrink the bridges down. But I don't know whether when we get access to terrain, I might do that. We might kind of mirror what this is. It's quite steep on this side here with little bits, so I might do that. I just might make it just quite as steep all the way along, maybe up to like here somewhere, and then just have this open up here. So this here will come in and will just become much steeper and narrower here with the levees, the floodgates on this side. Maybe even mining this part out. So this whole part out here, so the water can come in, and it's floodgated here and floodgated here. It goes up there, and then bad tide goes there. So maybe we'll see how it goes. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. So it's taking a long time to get here because beavers are a long way away from this. Long way away from this. Oh, I probably want to do. To be honest with you, I probably want to actually narrow this down all the way along, like from here, from where we want to bridge over, because the bridges are going to be quite long. So we probably want to narrow this all the way along at some point. So if a bad tide approaching, that means I need to stop all this building and stuff happening over here. But that's easy enough done because I just break a path back here somewhere or something. So yeah, okay. So two questions for you. One, the volcano, as I said before. Do I go with trying to do the channel thing with what we have here, or do I just do what I'm going to do to the map and just remove these sources and have this as a bad water source? Let me know. And also, should we fill this in to make it instead? Because it's very smooth going up this side here and then steep this side. So should we make this steep as well, so we have a deeper winding river channel? Instead of being flooded over this area here, it becomes narrower along. I kind of like the idea of doing that. It's a long project, but it does mean that is dependent on where we're going to put our bridge. So yeah, let me know which way around we should do that, and we shall figure that out in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I do hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.